Need to provide them with live food in the form of crickets. So if that makes you a little uncomfortable, then maybe you need to choose a different animal.
There are over 1,200 different types of geckos living on 6 different continents. Leopard geckos are the most popular as pets. And one thing all geckos can do that other reptiles can't is talk, or more accurately, chirp. And geckos have been chirping for a long time. In fact, the Natural History Museum of London has a gecko fossil dating back 100 million years. So it's not surprising humans and geckos have gotten along together for thousands of years.
They're welcome in people's homes as a form of mosquito control.
You hold a gecko in the palm of your hand. Try to avoid touching the head and tail. Geckos can climb just about anything with millions of micron-sized adhesive hairs on each toe that can stick to glass. The leopard gecko is one of the few geckos with eyelids.
They have very long tongues that can come out and actually clean their eyes.
Geckos also have tails. It's here they store their fat. However, these tails serve a defense purpose as well.
In order to protect itself in the wild, its tail just instantly breaks off. That distracts any predator that's coming after him, and then the gecko can get away.
The tails will grow back, but very slowly, and do not look the same as before. And one gecko has been coming into our homes since the year 1999.
Gecko, actually.
The Geico gecko is a day gecko, which means that he likely has relatives who come from Madagascar and the surrounding islands. This high-profile pitchman might be what's driving the gains in gecko popularity in the pet world. So, think you can handle a gecko? These pets require a lot of very special care. First, they're ectothermic, which means they adjust their body temperature to their environment. So the temperature of the terrarium for each species is crucial.
They need to have a temperature range in their tank from the high 80s and 90s in the basking zone down to the low 70s, which is their cool zones.
Consult your vet about the proper setup for your gecko, from the material you line the terrarium with to the type of hiding place you provide. The biggest health problem seen in most geckos is dehydration. However, there are certain diseases to look out for.
They can have bacterial infections, they can have infections with parasites, so it's good to make sure that they get checked out by their veterinarian.
And because reptiles can carry bacteria like salmonella, always wash your hands after handling them. Geckos are insectivores, or insect eaters. That means you have to provide them with live food, like mealworms, crickets, and waxworms. But again, how much you feed your gecko depends on the type.
If you don't feed your gecko the right amount of protein, they're going to have a lot of health problems.
Geckos are not for the faint of heart or small children who might play too roughly with them. Leopard geckos can live 16 years, so you must really be sure this is the pet for you before you commit. But with the right care, a gecko can make a really cool pet. In general, it's important to understand that each gecko species requires different care. Contact your vet about